We've never seen an athlete under this kind of pressure, other than Jackie Robinson. And that was in 1947 and 1948, long ago, before any of us were watching sports. That was Jackie Robinson under the kind of pressure that Caitlin Clark is, and comes out with this three-point barrage and this performance that is absolutely amazing. Can we play? Yeah, this is her against the number one. Her team's 4-5. The New York Liberty come in 9-0. They're the best team in the WNBA. I will admit the Liberty were playing without Jonquel Jones, who I believe is probably their most important player. Not sure if she's their best, but she's some 6'5", 6'6" center that handles the ball like a guard, shoots from three. Anyway, she was out. But the Liberty are still undefeated and still the best team in the WNBA. And this woman comes out and scores 32 points, 25 in the first half. Knocks down 6 threes in the first half. She knocks down threes from 31 feet, 33 feet, 32, just from all over the court. It's Steph Curry. It's Damian Lillard. I don't think we've seen a man hit a barrage of three-pointers from that kind of distance. And she did 3 in a row, all from 30-plus feet. I don't think we've seen a man do that. This is otherworldly. This is Tiger Woods in his prime. This was it the 1998? What year? Someone help me out. What year did Tiger win the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach by like 100 million strokes? That's what this felt like to me. And again, that's the U.S. Open. That's a major championship. This is just a regular season game here that Caitlin Clark is playing. But holy cow. You talk about responding to pressure. You talk about elevating yourself and becoming a diamond because of all the pressure, all the heat that she's taken from her peers in the WNBA to her critics in the media. And she just keeps going higher and higher and higher. We've never seen this. We've never seen this. The only thing that I was there in 2000, I just remember 2000, it was 98 when Tiger won the Masters, but in 2000, I believe it was 98, yeah. 2000, Tiger Woods at the U.S. Open, Pebble Beach, I was there. I walked every hole with Tiger Woods. He won by 15 strokes. It was the most impressive in-person athletic performance I've ever seen. And I was a Tiger Woods groupie at the time. I still am. My favorite athlete of all time. But it was an amazing, I was in heaven watching Tiger Woods destroy that U.S. Open golf course. He drained everything from way downtown, bang! That's what Caitlin Clark did on Saturday to the New York Liberty. At one point, Rebecca Lobo and Rebecca Lobo and is it Ryan Rucco? Is he the play-by-play announcer? Whoever the play-by-play, they were speechless. They didn't know what to say. When she knocked down the second three-pointer, it was the second one. They were like, they didn't know what to say. And so they just said nothing. And then she came down and hit the third one. Unbelievable performance. The Fever knockoff the New York Liberty, and it's an example of what pressure can do. Pressure makes diamond. And so I want to move on to another diamond that pressure is producing. And not as far along as Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese has put herself under an immense amount of pressure. And I have to tip my hat to Angel Reese this weekend. I watched yesterday. Angel Reese against the Connecticut Sun. I watched Angel Reese produce a diamond. She put together a triple-double performance that, although she didn't shoot a high percentage, I think she was 2 of 7 from the field. But anybody that watched that game, watched her 11 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. It's like, look at what pressure's doing to Angel Reese. If you watch the game, don't watch the stats. You got to watch the game. Angel Reese played a marvelous basketball game. Much more self-awareness, much more restraint at the offensive end, much more of a facilitator in trying to elevate her teammates around her. And so this 2-7 Chicago Sky team, not playing a great team in the Connecticut Sun, but they were on the road. Because Angel Reese elevated her play, because the pressure and the criticism that Angel Reese has been under has made her adjust. She's taken her game, at least for one game, to a whole new level, a level many of us thought she didn't have. Now, I kind of suspected it. Now, and oh, Whitlock, cut it out. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. I've seen enough from Angel Reese, like, if this woman ever taps into self-awareness and says, you know what, I'm not a great offensive player. I'm a facilitator and I'm a rebounder. And I want to tell you the criticism and the pressure that really, I think, helped Angel Reese. And it was Candace Parker last week talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And Candace Parker, hey, this is apples and oranges. And Candace Parker snuck in a little comment that I'm sure Angel Reese heard, and or Candace Parker may have reached out to Angel Reese privately. But I'm sure a lot of people have been telling Angel Reese, hey, and it was when Candace Parker said, Caitlin Clark elevates her teammates. And she said that praising Caitlin Clark, but also criticizing, unstated, but criticizing Angel Reese. Angel, I'm watching your game. Not only are you brutal on the offensive end, you're not elevating anybody. And so when Candace Parker, arguably the greatest women's player of all time, and I hear people talking about Cheryl Miller, and Cheryl Miller was great. But Candace Parker, arguably the greatest women's player of all time, most skilled, really super talented. She sits on TNT, talks basketball with the boys. I wish they didn't have her doing that. But she's from an elevated platform, and she offered some sincere, respectful criticism of Angel Reese. You're not elevating anybody. And so what does Angel Reese do under that pressure when Angel Reese is becoming a laughingstock over social media? What does Angel Reese do? She enters the game, team is 2-7, she's becoming a laughingstock, and she plays a brilliant game of basketball where she's facilitating her teammates, she's still doing her rebounding, and when appropriate, she's taking shots, getting to the foul line, knocking down her free throws. This version of Angel Reese on Sunday, that's her lane. That lane was created. The reason why she's able to see that lane is because she's been under so much pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.